Okay. And at the very end, if we have time, I'm going to show you the Raz Kids account again. I can see, how many books you've read, how many times you've logged in, and it's a really good reading resource for you guys. And I want you to take, I'm not making you do it right now, but I want you to take more advantage of it than you have been so far. So, okay. Hey, Will, can you turn on your webcam? Is it working today? You could just type in my chat if it's not working. Um, okay, let's just see by a show of hands a couple things that you learned last week. And Will, since your webcam isn't working, you're going to have to use your chat today.
Okay.
Cool. So a couple things you learned last week. Oh my goodness, I know you all did assignments because I was looking at them and grading them. So what were some of the topics that you were studying? Hmm.
Sister, come here.
Anything? Did anybody practice? This is a really simple example. Did you practice using your reading strategies during deer? You could shake your head because I can see you. Yes or no? Yeah? All right, so that's something. So hopefully you learned specifically about your reading strategy of making connections because that's the one that we chose to focus on first. We could come back to this and talk about a little bit more specific examples here in a minute, but I want to move on so that we have enough time to get through everything. All right, raise your hand if you brought your sticky notes to share. Yay! Okay, Jaden, do you have your sticky notes? Are they close by? Can you go and get them? Okay, well, nevertheless, we have a couple people who are ready, but we need to review what our connections, what our strategy was, and it was making connections. You're going to be doing this for like a couple more weeks, and then we're going to move on to a different strategy, which is called predicting. Um, Maybe somebody can tell me before we get started where they can find all of these different reading strategies. Where can you find them as you're reading your dear book? Hmm. Does anybody remember at orientation, I was able to give you one of these. And last week, I know I showed you on the web page or homepage, I should say, something that looks like this. Let's see. Things good readers do bookmark. Does this look familiar? Ryder? Okay, yes, that looks familiar. This is the bookmark that you should be using as you're reading in your dear book. And I want you to use this because it has these strategies right here for you listed out. And it's a really good way for you to not forget what these strategies are as you're making your sticky notes. And every week, I'm going to give you one to focus on. And here was the one that you've been focusing on, connections. Okay? All right. So maybe I need to send that out again. We'll see. Let's go to, actually, I was going to talk about this. Text to self. We talked about this last week. This is when the book reminds you of something that's happened in your own life. Text to text. This is when the book reminds you of a book, another book that you read, or a movie that you've watched. And text to world. This is when the book reminds you of something that's going on in the world or in real life. So, here we go. And it says 9:10, it is 9:17, but that's okay, does not matter. What I'm going to give you a chance to do is type into the chat one connection you made while you were reading last week. It can be any type. It can be text to book, text to text, text to self, or text to world. I'm going to make a sticky note for each of you. So Jaden, if you didn't write one down, I'm sure you could probably come up with one, maybe a text to self, something that you read that reminded you of yourself or something that happened to you maybe. That's a pretty easy one. Okay. Okay, so I'm waiting for a couple more replies into the chat. Okay. Tyler and Ryder, you could just shake your head. Are you typing right now? Okay, you're typing. Good. Okay, I got one more. Okay. Perfect. Okay. These are good. We'll talk about them here in just a second. And it looks like I might be waiting for one more to show up. Okay. All right. Okay, perfect. Let's start down here with the sticky note. When I went to the Green Monster, I went to a hot dog stand like the character in my book. So, Will, I want you to turn on your microphone and I want you to tell me what type of connection that is.
Text to self connection?
Yeah, and why is that a text to self connection?
Because the character in my book did the same thing I did.
Yeah, very good. It reminded you of something that happened in your own life. That's perfect, Will. Good example. Okay, let's look at this sticky note. Emily was playing with her friends. Vero, why don't you turn on your microphone and you could tell us a little bit more about this.
So Emily, she was playing outside with her friends,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes I do that.
Okay, so what kind of connection is that then?
It's text to self.
Text to self. Very good. All right, let's look at this one. Some of the magic in my book reminds me of a video game I play. Jaden, turn on your microphone and tell us what type of connection you made.
I think it's text to text. My mom and I don't know yet.
Yeah, text to text. It can be either text to text or text to self. I like this example because it reminds you of a different kind of media, and that's a video game. Um, Typically, text to text, you think of it reminding you of a different book that you already read, but it applies to movies that you've seen or video games as well. So that would work both ways. That's great. All right. So this is Tyler. When the Wright brothers made a plan. Tyler, tell us what that, just a little bit more detail on that.
Oops, I spelled something wrong. Accidentally forgot the E.
That's okay. We're not too worried about spelling right now. Can you just tell us a little bit more about the plan and maybe what kind of connection that is?
When the Wright brothers made a plan, well, they made a plan about making a plane, and um, after that, when they made the plane, I kind of I connected to that.
Okay, because is that something that you've done before?
Um,
Made a plane or like a model airplane?
yeah, I made a model airplane before.
Perfect. So then that's a text to self connection. It reminds you of something in your experience. Good. All right, let's look at our last one. He could not stand the toys under the Christmas tree. Ryder, why don't you tell us a little bit more about this?
In my book, there was toys under the Christmas tree, and he couldn't wait until he got to open them, so he opened them, and I once felt that way.
Yeah, so that's a text to self connection again. So that's a really common connection to make is text to self, because a lot of times books remind us of things in our own life. So this next week, let's challenge ourselves to make either a text to text or text to world connection. Okay? So that'll be a challenge for you to make a different kind of connection. So that's pretty good work though. I'm impressed that you guys all came with something to share. So thank you for that. All right. Woo, we're moving right along, but that's okay because this is the fun part. Like I said, next week we're going to start some poetry. So we're going to play a couple games to make sure that we understand parts of speech that you're going to need to know to write this poetry. So here we go. All right, let's get this loaded. Here we go. So we get to choose the number of players. So it looks like today we have Jaden with us. We have Ryder, Vero, Tyler, and Will. So that, let's see. So we can let's make Jaden blue. No, actually, I'm going to start with the way my webcam is set up. Sorry. We're going to make Tyler blue. So Tyler, you need to know this. You're going to be blue. Jaden, you're going to be red. Ryder, you're going to be green. Vero, you're going to be yellow. Will, you're going to be purple. And who is our other friend? I guess that's it. Sorry, so then I need to take one of these out. I thought I saw one other person. Okay, here we go. Okay, and I did not choose, these people. It's just random, so sorry about that. All right, what we're going to do when this starts, I'm going to just kind of go through and let you guys take turns picking which question you want. So it's not like true Jeopardy, but I'll let you take turns picking what question you want to answer. And then into the chat is where you're going to type your response. So you're going to type the correct answer into the chat. So you'll see what I mean here in a second. Okay, so these are all types of speech that you need to be aware of. Looks like purple team won the coin toss and you get to choose the first question. So that's Will.
Verbs.
Okay, for how much?
100.
Okay. Which word in the sentence below is a verb? Happy people smile often. Into your chat, put either A, B, C, or D? Which word is the verb? First person I see responding will, okay, so I got Ryder. All right. Ryder answered first, and he said smile. You're correct. Good. All right. Ryder, go ahead and choose a question for us.
Noun.
Okay. For 100?
Sure.
Okay. Which word in the sentence below is a noun? Your flowers are colorful. A, B, C, or D? Woo! Give everybody a chance. But the first person that responded was Jaden. Oops. I was supposed to click on the red team. Sorry, Jaden. That's okay. Don't worry about it. This is just a game. And he said flowers. That's correct. Remember, a noun is a person, place, or thing. So Jaden, now you get to choose which question you want to answer, or you want me to pull up.
Nouns for 200.
Okay. Which word in the sentence below is a noun? My dress is beautiful. Woo, that was fast. Give everybody just a second to have an answer, and it looks like first person was Vero, so she is the yellow team, and she said dress. That's correct. Cool. All right, so we're going through the easy ones first, nouns and verbs. But Vero, tell me which question do you want?
I'll do adjectives.
Oh, all right, brave. Adjectives, remember, describe nouns. Which word in the sentence below is an adjective? Tom ate a sweet apple. Yay! Adjectives describe nouns. And we had Ryder buzz in first. And he said sweet. Sweet would describe apple. Let's see if he's correct. That's right. It describes what type of apple. Good. All right, Ryder, choose a question.
Adverb 30. 300, I mean.
Oh, wow, we're going big. Okay. Now, adverbs describe or modify verbs. So which word in the sentence below is an adverb? Unfortunately, the rain did not stop all day. Which word tells you a little bit more about the verb? Ooh, that's tough. Woo! This is a tough one. Okay. I have a couple answers. It looks like Jaden buzzed in. So let's see. Oh, looks like Tyler just buzzed in at the very last. Let's answer one for Tyler. He said, unfortunately. That's correct. So let me just stop and talk. Oops. Well, it's not showing it a little bit anymore. But an adverb describes a verb. So it's going to tell you a little bit more about a verb. So let me give you an easier example than that one. I walk to school. What is the verb? The verb would be walk. So let me add an adverb. I quickly walk to school. Quickly describes how I walk to school. Okay, so it modifies a verb. All right, Tyler, pick a question for us.
Noun 300.
Okay. Which word in the sentence below is a noun? The young gymnast is very skillful. Woo! Jaden, you're fast. Okay, so Jaden said, he buzzed in and said that the noun was gymnast. Person, place, or thing. Let's see if he's correct. Yes. Remember, nouns are a person, place, or thing. So a couple of you said skillful. That would have been an adjective because adjectives describe a noun. So I'm just going to go through these quickly. Which word in the sentence below is an adjective? Now this describes a noun. Dark places frighten some people. Okay, I got one reply. Okay, before I go any farther, I'm going to buzz in for Will because he was the first. Places is going to be your noun. Frighten is going to be your verb. And let's see, Will said dark. That's right. Dark describes the place. Okay, it describes it. Adjectives for 300. Adjectives are A, the objects of a verb, B, words that describe nouns, C, words that describe verbs, or D, the actions in a sentence. Okay. Everybody buzzed in, but I'm going to buzz in for Tyler. Words that describe nouns. Let's see if he's correct. Yes. Words that describe verbs are those adverbs that I was just telling you about. Adverbs. See, it has the word verb in it. It describes a verb. Okay? Verbs for 200. Which word in the sentence below is a verb? Mary visits her grandmother every month. So this is an action. Okay. I'm going to buzz in for Jaden. And he said, see, that's correct. Good job. Okay. Which word in the sentence below is a verb? My sister watched TV after dinner. Okay, good, good. I'm going to buzz in for Tyler. And he said watched. That's right. Okay, adverbs. So remember, adverbs describe verbs. Which word is an adverb? Let's go see the movie tomorrow. Here's the verb, go to see. And tomorrow, you're correct, everybody. Tomorrow describes when. So it describes the verb. It tells you, it answers the question when. Okay, which word is an adverb? I always do my homework. Which word describes do or gives you a little more information about the verb do? Good, good. Okay. Always do my homework. Very good. All right, guys, give me a thumbs up. Whoa. Okay, that's enough of that. Give me a thumbs up if you feel like you know what a noun and a verb and an adjective are. Okay. You don't need to know as much about adverbs yet, but you will you'll get a little more practice with those as time goes on. Okay, so we will start with an easy type of poem called the acrostic poem first. Then we'll play another game about synonyms, and then we will write a cinquean poem. So pretty easy stuff. All right, here we go. Looking for my sketch pad. Give me just a second. Sorry. Hmm. No, come back. All right, maybe I need to quit it and then I'll reopen it. Sorry. There we go. There it is. Okay, here we go. An acrostic poem. First thing that you need to do is come up with a very good subject. A lot of people use their name as an acrostic poem. I'm going to use a season because those are kind of fun. We'll start off easy. Now, there's two different things that you can do to make an acrostic poem. You can have a describing word, so that's an adjective, right? Or you can have a noun that you find in fall, for instance. So it has to start with the letter F, and it can be an adjective that describes fall, or it can be a noun, that something that you might find in fall. So go ahead and type into your chat a couple ideas. I got somebody for L already gave me an example for that. But we'll start with F. Either an adjective or a noun. To describe fall, or something that you find in the fall. Feathers? Well, maybe. Ooh. That's a verb, but we can go with it. Falling, like maybe falling leaves. Those are pretty good examples. I don't know, something really simple. You could just say it's fun. All right. This might be an easier letter for you. What about A? Give me an example of an adjective or a noun. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. Any other? Oh, yeah. Autumn. That's just another way to say fall. That would work. Any other ideas? Those are pretty good. I like acorns. We'll go with acorns. We already had one L. Maybe, let's think of another L. A describing word or a noun. Hmm. What about likable? Oh, well, yeah, leaders. I'm not sure how that relates to fall. Maybe this was a harder example than I thought. Let's try a different one. Let's see. A better example. How about, let's just do the alphabet because that's pretty easy. And let's do the alphabet with animals. So an animal that begins with an A, an animal that begins with a B, an animal that begins with a C. Okay, good. So go ahead and type in, okay, good. Or you could have had a bear, good. Good, okay. So that was a much simpler example, and that's probably what you're going to be working with. But it's still fun to make acrostic poems. So a little bit, a little bit harder poem that we're going to work with next week are cinquain poems, which means cinq in French means 5. So it's 5 lines long. Let me just tell you what those lines are, and then we will work with some synonyms to make sure that we understand. Okay, the first line in a cinquain poem is a noun. Could be any noun that you want to write about. Okay, it could be cat, or it could be friendship, any kind of noun that you want to write about. The second line are 2 adjectives that describe that noun. Okay. The third line are 3 words, and at least one of them has to be a verb. Okay, so it's going to show some action. So that's why we were practicing all these different parts of speech a minute ago. The fourth line is 4 words, and it expresses feelings. So we haven't talked much about that, but it's just maybe the feeling that the noun will give you. It won't be too hard. And then the last line number 5, is 1 synonym. So a synonym to the noun that you list in number 1. So let's play a little game and work on a synonym, and then we'll practice writing a couple of cinquain poems. Okay, go back to my games. Here we go. There we go. Synonyms, Sam's Lab. Are you ready to play? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, here we go.
You and my dog Rufus will assist me in my demonstration. First, Rufus will do something and I will describe him. Then it's your turn to find 2 other words to describe Rufus. Those other words will be synonyms. They will both mean the same thing as my word. Ready, Rufus? Rufus is happy. What are 2 other words, or synonyms, to describe how Rufus is feeling? Click the red arrows until you find the synonyms, then click the orange button.
Okay, so when I am on the correct synonym, you're going to give me a thumbs up. I can see you. And Will, you can just type yes or something into your chat.
Chili.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Joyful.
Thumbs up or thumbs down? Okay.
Sweltering.
Thumbs up or thumbs down? Sweltering means really, really hot. No, okay.
Cheerful.
Thumbs up or thumbs? Okay, let's see.
Let's see. joyful, and cheerful. Mean, happy. You got it. You are top-notch, wonderful, and first-rate. Let's play again.
Okay.
Rufus is jumping. What are two other words or synonyms to describe what Rufus is doing?
Okay, here we go. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Gazing,
Gazing.
staring, springing,
Spring. Yeah, okay. All right.
relaxing, leaping.
Okay.
Let's see. Springing and leaping mean jumping. You found the synonyms.
Woohoo!
Great job. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Rufus is big. What are two other words or synonyms to describe how Rufus is feeling?
Okay, so just a little side note. Notice that the first word that they're giving you, like big and jumping and happy, are all kind of boring words. A lot of times the words that are synonyms are more interesting, and those are the words that you should try to use in your writing. But that was just a little side note. Here we go. Thumbs up or thumbs down.
Humongous,
Is that a synonym for big? Okay.
gigantic.
Oh, wow. They gave them to us right away. All right.
Let's see. Humongous and gigantic mean big. You got it.
Let's see what this guy
Great
does.
job.
Blending. Welcome to the Blending Bowl. It's an exciting day here at Blending Fields where football players crash together to make words.
I just wanted to see what this game was really quickly.
Choose a player.
All right.
Who will play against Ick? Cool.
Oh, I see. We're just making
Cool.
words. Okay.
Ick. Cool. Ick.
Okay, so that was a different game. I just wanted to see what it was. But alrighty, here we go. So we know what synonyms are. So let's go back to our Cinquian poem. And I'm going to give you, you guys a chance to help me a little bit more with this one. I'm going to give you a topic. So I'll start with that very first line. Or noun. Sunbeam. So that's going to be my topic. I want you into the chat to type 2 adjectives that I could put for line 2. Two adjectives that describe sunbeam. Okay, I got one. Give me one more example, anybody. Good. Yellow. That's a describing word. Okay, good. Now we're moving on. I need 3 words that will express an action. So really, I'm going to make this even simpler for you. Give me one verb that relates to sunbeam. one verb, something that a sunbeam, I guess, does. Ooh, yes. Oh, I like that one. I like that one. Okay. I like that verb. One more. Let's have one more example. Makes. Okay. I like this one. Shines, radiant, light. So notice it's 3 words, and here's one verb. Okay? So I had to have at least one verb. Okay, line number 4 is going to be 4 words that express a feeling. I want you into the chat, just give me one word that gives me a feeling about a sunbeam. How does it make you feel? Okay. Okay, I had some, oops, sorry. There we go. I had some really good examples. I could have put burning or hot or sweltering in instead of happy, but I just put always makes me happy. Notice that it's 4 words and I have at least one feeling. Okay? 5th word, here we go. Synonym. I need a synonym for sunbeam. A word that means just about the same thing as sunbeam. A synonym for sunbeam. Okay, I got one example. This is a good one. This is a good synonym. Sunshine. Or what if I did ray, just like a sun ray? That would be great too. Yeah, so since it's only one word in the 5th line, Vero, I would have taken the word beam. Okay, so let's read our cinquain poem. I'll start at the top. Sunbeam, bright, yellow, shines radiant light, always makes me happy, sunshine. So together, we just wrote a cinquain poem. So that is awesome. You guys will be doing this next week, and you'll have a lot more examples actually on the assignment that I upload for you. So pretty cool stuff, though. You guys are ahead of the game. All right. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about Raz Kids. We have time to go to that website. Remember, this is listed on your homepage. And it is, okay, why are we not going? There we go. Listed on your homepage, and it's a really cool resource for you guys to use. You could do some of your deer reading from here. I haven't made it mandatory yet, but it's really fun. So you guys really should go and check these books out. I can tell how many times you've logged in. I can tell how many stories you've completed. I can tell a lot of things, but let's take a look. Let's go to Vero's account. So when you click on it, there's tons of different books to choose from. And like I was kind of telling you last week, these books don't take 3 weeks to finish or anything. They're very short, but they're fun. You have your book room where you can go and choose other books. And you have your Raz Rocket. So once you have, it looks like Vero actually has $60 that she can spend. so she can kind of decorate her rocket with that $60. So that's pretty cool stuff. All right, guys, do we have any questions about today? Okay, let's go back to something that we learned. I want you to type into the chat maybe something that you learned just now during the virtual classroom. Maybe that's easier than the lessons that you did last week. Okay. Oh, this is good. So Vero learned, she learned about adverbs. Maybe she didn't know what an adverb was before today. That's great. Jaden, he learned a little bit more about synonyms, words that mean the same thing. Ryder learned more about verbs. Okay. Tyler, what did you learn about today? You could turn on your microphone if it's easier than typing. Good, Will. Parts of speech. Oh, Tyler typed it in. He learned more about synonyms. And you should have learned something about types of poems, a couple different types. There's several that you're going to be exposed to, but I just started with the very first two. And then you guys should have learned a little bit more about your connections and the different types. Who can raise their hand and turn on their microphone and tell me what you've been challenged to do with your connections for next time? What did I challenge you to do? Ryder.
To bring back text to world, I think.
Yeah, to make a different type of connection. So most of us made text to self connections today. If you can make a text to text or text to world connection, that'll be great. Jaden, do you have something else to add? No? Okay, I thought you were raising your hand, but that's okay. All right, guys, this has been a lot of fun. I am still working on converting huge files into YouTube videos, but when they are ready, I will let you know when the recordings are posted on the homepage. So just so you know. But we are done for today, and it's been fun. I'll see you Thursday. Yay, bye.